as I was saying, we're going to describe the features of Java technology, such as Java Virtual Machine, garbage collection, and code security. And we're also going to describe the different phases of a Java program. If you have questions, feel free to interrupt me by screaming. Tar na, the joke. Just feel free to interrupt me if I'm going too fast or you have questions. Okay. So we proceed. So a little bit of history about Java. Java was created in 1991. Wait, where's my phone? Anyway, in 1991 by James Gosling and Friends et al. Saan yung cellphone ko? Ayun. Of Sun Microsystems. So initially it is called Oak in honor of the tree outside Gosling's window. And it was changed to Java because there was already a language called Oak. It is called Java primarily because of the time that they were drinking coffee, and the coffee that they're drinking is Java coffee. So as you can see in the logo of Java as well, it is a coffee. Ayon. So the original motivation for Java, the first purpose of Java was the need for platform-independent languages that could be embedded in various consumer electronic products like toasters and refrigerators. So one of the first projects developed using Java was a personal handheld remote control named Star 7. So at about the same time, this is 1991, and the World Wide Web started in 1995. The World Wide Web and the Internet were gaining popularity. So Gosling and Friends realized that Java could be used for Internet programming. So as you were browsing your, maybe napapansin nyo din or maybe not, when you're browsing some websites, there's this pop-up sometimes that happens that Java needs to be updated, or something like Java is not installed in order to not view your websites, but the new browsers today have already embedded Java or JRE. We're going to discuss that later rather. Yun yung gamit ng Java sa internet. And then there are also like game platforms like if you have if you have been alive before Android phones or iPhone, like I don't know, Nokia, like Corby 2 Duo, those phones, yung Express Music phones, the first Doodle Jump and ganyan, they're all running in Java. Okay, so what is Java technology? These are actually two things. So this is a programming language. Java is a programming language. So as a programming language, Java can create all kinds of applications that you could create using any conventional programming language. So as we have discussed earlier or before, a programming language is your way to communicate with your computer, to send instructions to your computer. And other than that, it is also a development environment. So Java technology provides you with a large suite of tools, a compiler, an interpreter, a documentation generator, a class file packaging tool, and so on. So it is also an application environment. So as I was saying a while ago, it is used to run some applications or websites using the Java runtime environment, or also known as JRE. So Java technology our applications are typically general purpose programs that run on any machine where the JRE is installed. And at the same time, it is a development environment, and there are two main deployment rather. A deployment environment. Two main deployment environment is the JRE, supplied by the Java 2 Software Development Kit, or also known as SDK or JDK. So contains a complete set of class files for all the Java technology packages, which includes the basic language classes, GUI components, and so on. So the other main deployment environment is on your web browser. So most commercial browsers supply a Java technology interpreter and runtime environment. So these are some features of Java. They have the JVM, or the Java Virtual Machine. This is an imaginary machine that is implemented by emulating software on a real machine. So instead of using they call this, when we discuss the types of programming languages before, instead of having a different interpreter and a different compiler, Java has it all in one suite in the JDK. Excuse me. Yeah, this specification enables the Java software to be platform independent because the compilation is done for a generic machine known as the JVM. So a bytecode is a special machine language that can be understood by the JVM, and this is independent of any particular computer hardware. So any computer with Java interpreter can execute the compiled Java program no matter what type of computer the program was compiled on. So this is a good thing when you are creating your programs, and ipapacheck sa akin because I don't have to look for the class file anymore with you. You just need to send the code, and I will you finish, and then you send it to me. I can still run it even though it was already it was initially compiled in your in your computers. Okay. Next one. So, garbage collection. So, in Java, this is a good thing because it is not that, what they call this, hindi siya RAM hogger. Hindi siya masyadong nangangain ng RAM para mag-run. Kaya kasi meron siyang garbage collection. So many programming languages allow a programmer to allocate memory during runtime. However, after using that allocated memory, there should be a way to deallocate that memory block in order for other programs to use it again. So, for Java, it is automatically happening. So the programmer is freed from the burden of having to deallocate the memory themselves by having what we call is the garbage collection thread. So the garbage collection thread is responsible for freeing any memory that can be freed. So this happens automatically during the lifetime of the Java program. Then finally, we have code security. It is attained in Java through the implementation of its JRE. So the JRE runs code compiled for a JVM and performs class loading, code verification, and finally code execution. So the class loader is responsible for loading all the classes needed for Java, and it adds security by separating the namespaces for the classes of the local files. Ganyan, ganyan. So you will understand this further as we dig into Java programming per se. So yeah, this is the phases of a Java program. So this is what happens when you create a Java file or a Java program. So this is your editor, also known as IDE. This is what Eclipse is doing. So that's why I let you install Eclipse for this one. So dito kayo mag-edit, dito tayo mag-edit ng or gagawa ng programs or instructions to be sent to the computer. And then this is your output for that, the Java file. As you can see here, it's .java. And then you will compile, the system will compile using JDK. This is, what will happen here is you will create the class file. Okay, who the hell is this? Wait guys, may call ako. 2 minutes. Hello? Yes po. Yes po. Opo. Magkano yan, kuya? Okay, okay. Alam mo dito, kuya? Opo. Kuya, diretso lang tapos sa may Okay, hello, hello, I'm back. Okay, so, andito pa ba kayo? Baka wala nang kausap pa. Ayan. Okay, so as I was saying, you will be creating it through the editor. Then, you will create this file, hello.java. And then, you will have the compiler right here. Ito nangyari to pag rinaran mo siya for the first time. Then, the okay. Then Java will create the class file. So this is one time only. And then every time, instead of going back to the hello.java, every time that you run it again, the interpreter will just load the hello class, the class file para mas mabilis na lang yung interaction ng computer mo with the files. You will see this later. Okay. So, getting to know your programming environment, an IDE. IDE is the Eclipse, the one that I asked you to download. This is a program environment integrated into a software. And yon, application that provides a GUI builder, a text or code editor, a compiler and or interpreter, and a debugger. So, we're going to create your first program right now. As I am switching screens, wait lang. Oh, eme. Okay, so you can still see my screen. Kuya, andyan nata sa labas.
Ano pong kulay ng damit, ma'am?
Oh my god, hindi ko alam kulay ng dami. Pink blue ata, blue.
Hello, ma'am? Ma'am, dalawa po bang Castriciones Street?
Kuya, yung isa left, yung isa right.
Sa right po ako papasok, ma'am.
Opo.
Pag galing po ako sa barangay hall.
Pag galing ka ng bayan, kuya, after ng
Ma'am.
tulay, tas mag-right ka.
Yes, ma'am. Dito po ako. Nandito po ako sa may kulay gray na gate.
Andyan nata sa kalsada, kuya, wala ba tao dyan? Sa kalsada?
Wala naman, ma'am.
Wait lang. Ma! Ano kulay ng damit niya? Blue daw. Nagkaklase ako eh. Okay, so never mind this screen right here. Okay, so this is what your Java Eclipse IDE should look like. Well, let's this you call this folder right here. So as we start, so I think you still have the welcome screen right here. Just close it like a tab in your Google Chrome, and then you will be seeing this one. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a Java project. So you just name it like ecomp, maybe ecomp, then your surname. Wait, oh my god. Kuya?
Hello, ma'am?
Kuya?
Ma'am, dito po ako dun sa ma'am. Sa may pinasukan ko ang Castriciones Street.
Oh. Tapos dire-diretso lang yun, kuya. Tapos makikita mo na agad sa kalsada yung naka-blue. Pag galing ka galing ka sa bridge, tapos nag-right ka, dire-diretso lang po.
Yung ma'am, Paluyang?
Opo, yun, kuya.
Akala ko itong pangalawang kanto, ma'am. Sige, ma'am, papunta na po.
Sige po. Okay, so we're just going to ignore this first. And then you have your Java folder. So as you can see here, I don't know if you can see, but I don't also know how to zoom this in. But anyway, you have your source folder here, and then you have your JRE system library, which contains all the classes that you will be needing in the future. Maybe not for now. Okay, so never mind this folder right here. This is for my other class. Okay, so if you're going to create your first Java project, just click here, new, in the folder, and click new, and create class as we create the Java file. So for your first program, just click hello world. Okay, so just have this hello world right here. I will explain the coding or naming conventions later, but please take note of this. Caps lock po yung una, saka yung mga unang salita, and then just click finish. Okay. So you have this one, public class hello world. So this is the name of your class. Take note guys, at ito dapat, saka ito is magkapareho yung pangalan niya. Pareho din yung spelling and all of that. Because Java or programming in general is case sensitive, so you should be sensitive with what you're entering in here. So next is you're going to enter this for their main method. So just take this as like a syntax. Public static void main string args. Okay. Okay, so take note that the curly braces should be aligned or paired every time that you do this. So just take note of this one. Will not explain this further kung ano yung mga parts niyan. Just think of it as a syntax. Okay, to print things, as this is your first program, just have it like system.out.print. Okay, and then you're going to enter what do you want to say in double quotes. So in this program, have hello world. Okay, so if you have your Eclipse with you, pwede kayo sumabay or just do it later. How to run things in Java, you just click this one. Then, this one, run hello world, sabi niya. Yung play button sa taas, and then you have hello world right here. So, there, you created your first program. Okay, so, what's the difference between system.out.print and system.out.println is, print, then, so if we're going to print this one, since we only use system.out.print, not system.out.println, it will not go down. So in order to have the next line, you have to put ln here so that it will go anda. Ayan. So if you want to still create another line, just enter lang ulit. Up! Wait lang! Okay, so there you go. And ta-da! So here's your first program or first Java program. Okay, so before we proceed, just to have some coding guidelines. Wait lang, just going to open it. Ano yun? Okay, so, oh my. Okay, so I'll just present it here na lang. Please take note of the following. Naming. Okay, so some naming conventions in Java. The class names should follow the Pascal case. Case na tinatawag. So, Pascal case, ibig sabihin yan, sample is hello world. Wait lang. Number conversion, electric meter. Yan. So, when you're going to use Pascal case, the first letter of every new word is capitalized. So, you can see here. These are used in class names in Java. The next one is for the variables and functions that you're going to use in the future. You're going to use the camel case. So what's the difference between this is that like the camel case is like this one. First name. Ano pa ba? First name, total sales, get names or get name or something like that. Or when you're using the camel case, the first letter of the first word is in small letters and then the following words will have like caps lock. Ayun. So, please take note of this one as we proceed into our finals discussion. Okay. So, I think that's it. So, do you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Ma'am, hindi gumagalaw yung screen mo.
Ito ba? Magalaw naman.
Hindi naman sa amin, ma'am.
Sa
Loading.
i-close and open nyo lang pag ganun.